Now, if you're a fan of this channel, then there's a good chance that you're a fan of jschlatt. Really, I bought that on myself. There's a good chance that you saw this video where Schlatt listed some of his favorite YouTubers. It was a weirdly kind, wholesome, and very out of character thing for Schlatt to do, and I thought it was really cool. And he even went out of his way at the end of the video to call out some other YouTubers who he thinks should do the challenge as well, and he mentioned little old me. And albeit it took me a little while to get around to this, I'm finally doing it. And I now have a list for you of my favorite YouTube channels. Now, I could go on forever and list a bunch of YouTubers you've probably heard of, but I wanted to go for YouTubers today that you may not have done. At the end of the day, the fun of this is to support some people I like and hopefully introduce you to something that you might like that you've never heard of before. Oh, and of course, Schlatt said this in his video, and I figure it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't be weird in these people's comment sections or on their socials. Please just go check them out. Be nice. Show them love. These are people I really think deserve support, and I think they're really cool. And the last thing I want is for them to hate me for making this video. I would like for them to think, hopefully, that this is a good thing. So please, when you check them out, be kind. But anyways, let's start with our first channel. BD1P, albeit a little niche, is one of my favorite channels at the moment. BD1P is a Lego games creator. That's right, he makes YouTube videos specifically about the Lego games. You like Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman. They were my shit growing up, all right? I played them all the time. Me and my brother would play them all the time. And now, randomly, I'll just get these weird bursts of like nostalgia craving to play these games. But what I discovered recently is a good alternative to that, a good way to scratch that itch, is to just watch YouTube videos about them. These are games that I've known for like 10, 15 years at this point. And nostalgia can only take you so far. And what I love about this guy's channel is the fact that he's like doing challenges within Lego games. Now, you know me, you know I love a speedrunning challenge. I was doing all the Astral Spiff FNAF challenges back in the day. This is like that for Lego games. The best example of this that like comes to mind is the video, can you 100% beat Lego Batman without touching free play? You know anything about the Lego games? The answer should be no, but that question really intrigued me. And it's a really fun watch. If you have any ounce of love for these games and you like seeing games picked apart and sort of trying to understand the mechanics of them and seeing how you can break them for weird challenges, this is exactly for you. It's possibly a little bit niche. It's definitely very specific to me, but you're my audience and maybe you're the same as me. So maybe you should check this guy out. Now we're going to move into something a little less niche. Lego games might not be your thing, but everybody loves cute cat videos. Meow Meow Cafe is an absolutely tiny channel with only 443 subscribers as recording this. And honestly, it's amazing. They're these silent vlogs that follow the largest cat cafe in all of Japan. There's like 34 cats, I believe, and they're adorable. Me and Ellie are taking my mum and dad to Japan in March for my mum's 50th birthday, and we're looking for things to do, and we stumbled on this while watching a bunch of like Tokyo/Japan vlogs, and these were so cute, just incredibly charming. There are a million cats at this place. Each of them has a little personality. It's so fun watching them interact with each other and with the camera, and this whole place looks really cool. Like, you can just go and they just charge you by the hour to be there, but like they only charge you for like 2 hours maximum. It just sounded amazing. Like, I just so want to go to this place, and these videos are really nice. There's no talking. They're just set to music. They're like perfect background chill out content. And if you want to lock in on it and you want to know a little bit more, the subtitles, they're just like silently commentate over the video. It's just wonderful. It's so calming. It's such a nice way to just have something on while me and Ellie chat and just chill out for a day. We love it. And we love this channel. We love you, Meow Meow Cafe. We hope to be there in March. But before I move on from Meow Meow Cafe, I do have an honorable mention I want to tack onto this. The reason I stumbled on Meow Meow Cafe was originally watching vlogs from the channel Kotsumet, which follows these two pet otters, Kotaro and Hana. River otters are my favorite animal on earth. I think they're adorable, and I think they're just amazing. And these two little otters live in Japan, and I just love watching little vlogs of them. I think it's incredible. The channel's bigger than mine. They don't need this shout out. I just want to say, like, I fucking love these otters so much, and that's how I got to Meow Meow Cafe, so I just wanted to mention it. It's a great channel. Number 3 is an interesting one because it's a channel you may have heard of. It had a really big viral video back in the day, but I feel like the rest of the channel goes mostly unspoken about, and it's like a gold mine. Justin Kuritskas is well famed for making the famous potion seller sketch 13 years ago. 2011. Oh my God. Okay. Fuck. I'm older than I think, but I'm moving on. You probably know Potion Seller. It was a huge video. But what you don't probably realize is that Justin Kuritskas over the last decade has made tons of sketches very similar, most of which have like less than 1 million views, and they're great. There's like so many great ones. Like off the top of my head, 100% a Frog is like my favorite. Dolores is like not even funny. It just shows some incredible character writing, and it's like genuinely just quite sad and emotional. Like not all of these are even sketches. They're just like little snippets of characters with these weird face filters sketches, and they're interesting, and I think they're really cool, and some of them are really, really funny. Just to recommend a few that I think are genuinely great, there's Don't Talk to Me Like I'm Some Kind of Chump, I really like. Hey There Sleepyhead. People Change is one of my favorites. There's like so many hilarious sketches. And he also made some music. Justin Kuritzkis is just a really talented guy. I mean, there's no wonder his writing was good in these videos. This guy literally went on to write challenges. You know the gay tennis movie with like Zendaya and shit? Like he wrote that. That was made by that guy from YouTube, from Potion Seller. I find that phenomenally inspiring. Every time I watch his videos, it just reminds me of like how talented some of the people on this platform were and are. And I think it's really cool. So shout out Justin Kuritzkis. Check out his sketches. They're really cool. I don't think he's making them anymore because again, he's in Hollywood now. But if he ever comes back, I'll be there supporting him. Number 4 is another one you may have heard of because there's been a couple of big videos from this guy. This is Make with Miles. Make with Miles is a channel following Miles and he makes things. Simple as that. He does like a bunch of woodwork and basically makes furniture. He made like a little cabinet and a bedside table, but they all have their quirks and little design features that are really cool. And he explains why he was so inspired to make them with those features because there's always a problem. The narrative hook of the videos is just always great. He presents to you a problem, he presents to you the solution, he works on it, and there's always something that gets in the way. It's like somehow a masterclass in like story writing and like how to like make YouTube videos. There's also great music, great camera shots. To say I'm not into woodworking in any capacity, I just find this fascinating. He somehow makes these like high stake videos whilst also kind of having nothingness. It's just a guy making furniture, but somehow I'm so invested. And the cinematography is great. Like it really doesn't need to be as good as it is. I'm very, very impressed by this guy. I'm honestly jealous. I don't think I've ever filmed anything as beautiful as some of the things he's made. And also the furniture is fucking cool. I'd love to buy like a desk off of this guy. Genuinely though, on YouTube right now, I'd say this is one of the best channels. No one's doing it quite as right as this guy, and it shows. He had some banging videos. Go check them out. I think they're great, and go show him some love because this is clearly a guy who's like still in college, and I would love for anyone who has this much talent to be doing this full time if they want. I hope you do. At number 5, I'm gonna make a small nepotism pick, and this is probably wrong of me, but I don't care because love's involved. My girlfriend has a second channel called Ellie Neal. Now, many of you will probably know her as true crime YouTuber Eleanor Neal, who is way bigger than me and definitely doesn't need a shout out. But she has a second channel that some of you may not have seen that I think is really, really cool. I'm not just saying this because she's my girlfriend. Eleanor is a hilarious, funny, very entertaining person. And obviously through the serious nature of the content she makes, that side of her personality doesn't always come through on her main channel. And I think the world is missing out on seeing the person I get to see every day. And it's all there on her second channel. She is so funny. Also, if that doesn't convince you enough, she vlogs a lot of the trips me and her go on, and a lot of the time I'm just being myself, more so than I am in any of my own content, because it doesn't feel like I have to perform. So if you ever want to see me just being me as authentically as you possibly will ever see, those vlogs on her channel where I'm there are probably that. But she's done all sorts of fun little vlogs, and she's really into books at the moment. She's doing a bunch of book videos, so if you're a reader, you got plenty of reading content to get on with. She does like book reviews and hauls. It's all really interesting, and I'm very proud of her. She's really putting a lot of effort into her second channel, and it's nice to see her have such a creative outlet, and I want to support that. So go subscribe to my girlfriend, please. She didn't tell me to say that. On to the 6th and final pick for this video. We're on to something a little bit more niche again, but I love this channel, and I don't think you have to be into the hobby to enjoy it. KairoSran22, which I hope I'm saying correctly, is a keyboard reviewing channel. Not musical keyboards, these bad boys. I discovered this channel years ago, and when I did, I was in no way into the mechanical keyboard scene at all. I just happened to click on one video because he does a lot of reviewing of ergo boards, you know, those like weird, fucked up looking keyboards. And that sort of intrigued me. Specifically, it was his Night Owl review was the one I watched first. And I would recommend it as a way to get into the channel because it's great. You don't have to be into keyboards. He's just funny. He's just this like super dry, very cynical British fella that just reviews keyboards that people send to him. He swears a lot. His voice is silky smooth. It's just enjoyable to hear a voice so pleasant say such foul things. It's fun. It's very, very fun, even if you don't like keyboards. British people are great. Take it from me. And I love the rule that he can't review anything that isn't explicitly sent to him via viewer. It feels like such a community. There's even keyboards that he's spoken about wanting to review that he can't until someone buys and sends it to him. And I think that's like a really weird, fun limitation. I think the best decisions come from limitation at times, and I think it's a really cool way of doing that. I also love how many weird rules he has. Like at the end of every review, he does a typing test with a keyboard where he types out a set sentence on that keyboard. And some of these ergo boards are like ridiculously bad, like to the point where they are impossible to type on. And he commits. And there are genuinely some videos with like 5 to 10 minute long typing segments at the end because it takes him that long to type out the sentence on the keyboard. And that commitment and just watching him struggle is like so funny. It's just great. It's great reviewing content. And if you're into mechanical keyboards, he does some genuinely good boards as well. And it's fun. This guy does not like most modern boards is what I realized. But that old classic stuff, that real retro early computer mechanical keyboards with the ceramic keys, he loves. And it's really good to see him review them. And it makes me want to buy one. I've got this that Glasses, another keyboard YouTuber, made me for doing a collaboration with him. And it's fucking sick. And I love it. But I would love to own more. So if you're a keyboard person, please send me more. What you probably picked up in this video is my interests are very specific. I just really like very specific things. I like people getting really in-depth on stuff, like with the woodworking and the keyboards and the Lego games. And it doesn't really matter if I'm into that thing or not. I'll usually end up being into that thing by the end of it because I just love seeing passionate people be passionate about things. And if they present that in a funny or interesting or well-shot way, it's going to hook me. But I think I threw in a good variation of hobbies and topics, so hopefully there is something for you in this list. Now, Schlatt insisted that I also nominate people at the end of this video to do this challenge, so I'm gonna ask that kindly Slimesicle, Ellen O'Neill, and fuck it, Jacksepticeye do this video. I know you all, I will be pressuring you, and you all have second channels that you can make this video on, so make it. It's a nice thing to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Go check out the people I mentioned. I'll see you next week.